It's week 3 of the 2022 season, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Eagles and the Commanders on EA Sports.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down. From just shy of midfield, Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This defense for the Commanders, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the 3rd team in 3 years for Wentz and the 4th starter in 4 years for Washington. The big thing with Wentz has always been staying on the field. And last season in Indianapolis, he played a full 17 games, leading the Colts to a 9-8 record and almost into the playoffs.
They find some open field here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying, the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Charles, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy in the perimeter, he makes you go.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Robinson will try to pick it up, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And they were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think is making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. But first down, Hurts. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. Third and long. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law? thought you did. Well, I figure I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football counts.
You're so litigious. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we've reached, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Not to take him for granted, but it was business as usual for Terry McLaurin, up over 1,000 yards for the second straight year. Now he gets to work with Carson Wentz in Washington, and may be the best receiver Wentz has had to throw to in his entire 7-year career. That connection yields a first down with that throw.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Wentz now to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
You decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Wentz to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joey Sly on for the extra point. it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts, throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. There he goes, right side. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Sly on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Goes right back to Smith again. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 68 yards. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Slye. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Slye able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 13. A minute 50 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing is Hurts. Pass complete, Goddard. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. He's going to let it fly. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Hurts to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And it's caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wentz. There's a nice move, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Back to throw. Wentz. He's got it. And he's across for a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Wentz going to look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Now, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Commanders, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.